Hey guys, welcome back to SvenDesigns video. Today I'm going to show you how to set up a Voicemeeter in 2019. I provided a download link for both Voicemeeter and virtual cable audio. You will understand later why you need to download that. I'll put them in the description, so be sure you have those. So I'm just going to go ahead and go over the panel here. I wanted to reset the settings here, but I was afraid it was actually going to reset also my the things that I saved, so I was kind of afraid of that, but I'm gonna still show it you anyway. I try to do it as minimal as possible. I actually put some of my settings to basic so that I actually can, what is actually the best to do. So first I'm gonna start with the simple things, guys. Be sure that these two are on mono. They just have to be checked on this M, it has to be red, and then it's all fine. You don't have to do anything here. It's really only put these two on mono and you're fine. Then the second important thing, be sure that these two are both on stereo repeat. Also, just be sure that it is this. For the rest, don't mind it. Just be sure that these two are selected. And then we can actually go to some other things. So first of all, you will especially use this first one and this last one. So the first step and the last step are the ones that you'll mostly use. Are the ones that you'll actually just use. So first of all, I'm going to go up here, and this is going to be your microphone. Be sure that this is a WDM, so before you selected it, this is my microphone, it's the Blue Yeti microphone, as you can see, so be sure you just select whatever microphone you have, and it has to be WDM, so WDM, and it has to be your microphone name. But yeah, that's it for the microphone. In this part, you will have the hardware out, which means your speakers, so what you basically hear. For me, it's on MME, so be sure that in this case it's on MME. It's the speakers, but it's the one that I asked you to download, you know, so that's basically this one, so you need to have that as your speakers. If I would have done this one, or this one, those are my real speakers, I will just hear myself talk. And be sure that the speakers are on VBA virtual cable, but I'm gonna just put it on speakers just for me for now, so that I can hear myself and be sure that what I'm doing. You'll probably just still hear my voice, but I hear my voice in my ears, so I kind of have a double voice, which is pretty annoying, but it's quite okay. It's just to be sure that I know how it sounds. First of all, we have this here. You could see this as just simply your volume for your voice, so be sure that it's not too low. It's way too loud, of course, so it's gonna be annoying, and it sounds distorted in the end. So you want to be sure you don't put it too much. This is way too less, as you can hear. So be sure that it is between 7 and 9, that's pretty good. I believe I had it on 9.1, there we go, minus 9.1. So yeah, be sure that this is not too loud or too quiet. Once again, you can hear yourself, so you can hear if you're doing it good by selecting your actual speakers here. But I'm just going to continue and do this one here, which is actually just the most important one. This one and these two will just show you how loud you're speaking and just your volume in general. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I'm doing here. So I'm always in the low case here. This is the place where you will have the lows. So I mostly have it somewhere over here. People always say that I sound like somebody on the radio when they hear my voice, but I'm just fine with it, you know. Maybe, I don't know, I hear it a little bit, you know. Maybe that guy that says like the next song on the radio. Maybe it's a bit radio, but I'm totally fine with my sound. If you want to go for something like this, it sounds pretty good as you can hear, so you can go ahead and do that. But you can also put it more here, or just a bit more here. It just depends. You have to listen to yourself and listen what sounds best for you, and go ahead and choose that. So this case is always like pretty safe. Well, this is of course a little bit less, but this square is pretty safe. It's the low parts. If I put it here, you're gonna hear that my voice is getting higher, but it sounds weird, you know. It sounds pretty weird, especially when I do it like this. It just doesn't sound good. Here you have a lot of echo. You don't want too much of that too, of course. So yeah, and then I just had it in the middle, like a basic part, which is not bad too, I guess, but it sounds a lot like my microphone originally, and I don't want that because, yeah, in the end I want to make my sound better. So that's why I put it somewhere over here to put a little bit bass in my voice. So yeah, I just go ahead for this. This is really just the most important part. And it can vary for your microphone. Maybe for your microphone it's better to put it in the high, or a little bit of echo with it. There's no problem with that. Once again, you have to test it for yourself. You have to test it with your own microphone. Just to sum it up, guys, this is where your input is, which is your microphone. Output is your speakers. Should be on this one. I just did it on this one so that I can hear myself. Just gonna put it back here. That is that is actually better for me. But yeah, be sure that this one is on VP Audio Virtual Cable. That one, as I said. And yeah, for the rest, guys, as I said, these are the most important parts. This will make your voice sound better generally. This is the almost the biggest key. This is of course pretty much the volume of your voice, so be sure it's not too much down so that you don't get distortion. And yeah, for here you can just see how loud you're speaking when you're, depending on how far you're from your microphone. So be sure to check that out as well. And if you want to listen to yourself, select your speaker here. And so you can listen to it and you can judge for yourself what sounds best. I tried to set it up for you guys from basic as best as possible. I hope I helped you guys out. I hope you enjoyed this Voicemeeter tutorial. Of course, it's not Voicemeeter Banana. I might do a tutorial about it in the future, but this is the normal one. Just be sure that it is this one. And then I hope to see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.